What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day, great night. Wherever you're watching this from, acceptance. Acceptance is what a lot of us we thrive off of. Social media has created this platform. They have created a place to where you can come and you're able to be accepted for who you are, regardless of creed, color, difference, religion. No matter where you're at, but it still doesn't erase the fact that a lot of us are not really feeling accepted with the things that we still deal with from day to day. We are not happy in our relationship. We are not in a relationship. We're not married and we're going on 40. We're not married and we don't have kids. We have one child, we're going through a divorce and we want more kids and we need to find somebody else so we can have kids early enough so our eggs don't drop. These are the things that a lot of us are dealing with anytime we talk about acceptance. Love has created and social media has created a stereotype that a lot of us feel like we have to live up to. And it's definitely not easy. It's not easy to deal with that. It's not easy to accept it. And the problem is that you don't have to live up to everybody's expectation. Everything happens in our life for a reason. It has a timing. And within that timetable, within that time period, you have to be able to understand that. Now, with that being said, it takes time for all this to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. Once you realize that, then you'll be able to understand that regardless of what social media says, regardless of what our parents say, regardless of what your mama and your father saying, is you trying to find somebody to go ahead and marry so you can have kids real quick, it's going to happen whenever it happens. Just prepare yourself. Stop getting caught up in the systematic era that we live in that says that it has to happen this way and it has to happen that way. I wish that we was able to write out our whole life, things we want to happen, where we want to happen, and it was able to happen that way, but it never does. For a lot of us, I'm not saying that we really get blessed enough for it to happen the way that we expect it to happen, but a lot of people will tell you it just happened the way it happened. They just happened to walk in one day, they met somebody and they just clicked, exchanged numbers, and next thing you know, they're happily married. Things don't happen like that all the time, but stop putting yourself in a position that you're wearing yourself. You're getting frustrated, you're getting mad because things are not happening the way that you expect them to happen. They're going to happen. But acceptance is what a lot of us thrive off of, is what we live for. We post a picture, we want, see how many likes we can get. We post a post and we want to see how many likes we can get or whatever. And the realistic thing behind it is it really about the likes, or is it really about you trying to influence someone, to encourage someone? Somebody might have wanted to take their life or whatever, and maybe you're the reason why they weren't able to do that or whatever. But with that being said, you have to put yourself in a better position and stop looking for acceptance from everybody else. Regardless of whoever comes to your life, you have to love yourself first. You have to accept who you are. You have to accept the change in your life. You have to accept who you are before somebody else can love you. Social media is not going to give you the recognition that you want or that you deserve, but it's really up to you. So I want you all to ponder on that. Think about that. It's not going to be what you expect it to be, but whenever it happens, it happens. Make sure you prepare yourself for it. Last but not least, always remember, this is only a moment in your life. God is bigger than this moment, and that's the reason why we got to continue to press. Have a blessed day, blessed night, everyone.